Hello students, today our topic is MySQL and in this lecture we are going to discuss basically group by command and alter table command. So let's start. First of all you have to enter your password. After that if you want to know how many databases are there, then just type show databases. Then all the databases that are available will be shown on a screen. Then select any one of them. By default there is a database MySQL. Here I just select Praveen database. Now if I want to use Praveen database, so I just type use Praveen, then Praveen database will be open. And then if I want to find tables in that particular database, then I just type command show tables. All the tables are available here, only there is a single table. And if I want to describe its structure of the table, then I just write describe command. So describe customer 1. So all the details of customer 1 will be shown on the screen after the execution of that command. Okay, these are some basic commands. Now first of all we have a table customer in which you can easily see that there are basically 4 columns: names, ID, name, address and salary. Okay, so if you want to show the data present in the table customer 1, then just write select star from customer 1. All the data will be shown on the screen. You can see here that there are 4 columns in it: ID, name, address and salary, and 6 rows are there. Okay, so first of all let us change some data. To change the data there is a update table command. So we use update table command. Okay, update, alter, group by, these are the very important commands used in MySQL and asked so many number of times in examination. So let us see. This is already discussed in our previous classes. Okay, update, alter. So let's change the data available in table customer. So just write update and then name of the table, that is customer 1 in this case, and after that put keyword set and then column name let us take address. So I just write address and the value after equal sign. So address equal to, so if I want to change the address of a particular customer, then I just write set address, and to change the address of a particular customer where clause should be used, otherwise all address will be changed. Okay, so update and then customer 1 and then set address equal to, let us take address Varanasi. So I just write Varanasi, and Varanasi should be marked with a single quote sign because it is a string Varanasi. Okay, and I just take a condition where ID is equal to, let us take a ID is equal to 6, ID is equal to 4, or where name where name equal to, because there are because there are basically 2 data available at the ID 4. So I just write name equal to Sapna, so the address of the Sapna will be changed, which is at the time is null. Okay, So null is replaced by Varanasi. I think it is clear to all of you. If you write where id is equal to 4, then two records will be updated. Record related to the name Sapna and Pawan, both are updated. But I just write where name is equal to Sapna, so the record of the Sapna will be updated. Now again, let us see. Just write a select command to see the data, or we can see the changes in the table customer. So just write select star from customer 1. Can easily see here. Now you can easily see that null is replaced by Varanasi. Okay, let us make another change. Let us you can easily see here that id number 4 is repeated 2 times. So let us change it. Let us change it, and I just set id is equal to 6. 6 is a string, so don't need to write in single quotes. Where name is equal to Sapna. Now the id of the Sapna will also change after the execution of that command. Just write select star from customer 1. Now you can easily see that all customers have unique id and they have certain address. Varanasi is repeated 2 times in this table. Okay, alter table command. Using alter table command, we can add a column, we can delete a column, or we can modify a column or a number of columns as we want. So if I want to add another column, so just I just use alter table command. So I just write alter table and the name of the table, that is customer 1. Okay, then keyword add and name of the column. Name of the column is let us take name of the column designation. Okay, so I just write designation. So designation, and then data type is varchar, and let us take its size. Size is suppose 50. I just take the size 50. Okay, now you can easily see here that column added successfully. Let us see it. Now you can easily see here when I just use select table command, then designation new column will be added to the table customer with null values. Okay, so if I want to add or if I want to change the designation, then I can use update table command to change the designation of different customer. Now you can easily see here that is our table customer, in which designation for all the customer is null. So if I want to change the designation of all the customer, I can use update table command. So let us change the designation first. So to change the designation first, we will use update table command. So just write update and then table name, that is customer 1 in this case. So update customer 1 and just use the keyword set, and then column name is designation. Okay, so I just put designation and then give the value of the designation. Suppose if I give that value of the designation clerk, then clerk will be the designation of all the customer. But if I put a condition with it, suppose I just give where id equal to 1 or id equal to 2. So the only records that will be updated is related to id1 or id2, and designation is set to be clerk. You can easily see here that 2 rows are updated. Okay, now let us make another change. um, now is this now I will change the designation as a manager for id. Okay, let us take the id3 only. And as you know that when you separate two condition by using or, that means that if the first condition is found to be true, then in that case records will be updated in this case, and when we use update table command with where clause. And if second condition is found to be true, then records will also be updated. It means either the first condition is true or the second condition of true, records will be updated. Okay, now I just put where id is equal to 3 in this case. So I just write update customers 1 set designation is equal to manager where id is equal to 3. So the customer who have id 3, now designation of that customer is manager. Okay, now let us make another change using update table command. Now I just use update customer 1 set designation equal to salesman where id equal to, let us take 4 and 5. So the customer who have id 4 or who have id 5, okay, who have id 4 or who have id 5, their designation will be changed to salesman. Okay, so just try to execute this command. You can see it. Now our next change is let us change data for id 6. So I just write update customer 1 set designation equal to manager where id equal to 6. So only the record who have id is equal to 6 will be changed, and the change that will be seen on your screen, you can easily see on the screen by using select table command. Okay, now you can easily see here. So when we use alter table command, then a column will be added, and the name of the column is designation because we add the column name designation of varchar type, and all the values are null by default because there is no data at all. And if we want to add the data into that particular column, we use update table command. Now after the using update table command for different records, we are able to change the designation for all customers. Okay, now let us make some another small change. So I will use I just use select update table command again, update customer set designation, and this time I just put designation as a accountant for a customer who have id 6. Where id is equal to 6. Okay, now you can easily see here that is our data. Now that is our table after using update table command. Now I think you can easily use update table and alter table command very well after the explanation of both these commands. Okay, so now it's time to execute group by command. I just put designation column because I just want to make a group on the basis of designation. Okay, for example, if I want to find out the total salary of clerk or salesman or manager or accountant, then I can use group by clause to put them as a group, to make a group on the basis of designation. So let us check it. First of all, I just use select, designation. Then after here I just use group by clause. So with select, I group by clause on the basis of designation. I just want to make a group on the basis of designation. So with select statement, I just select designation, and I just want to know the average salary of a clerk, of a manager, of salesman or accountant. Okay, it means on base average salary on the basis of designation. So I just use select designation. Then the function name is average abg. Abg is the name of the function, and because I want to know the average salary, so I just pass salary column as a parameter value, as a parameter here. Okay, average salary. And then if I just give the name of that column, then I just use as keyword, and then give the name of the column within single quotes, that is average salary. Then after from keyword, and then name of the column is let us name of the name of the table is customer 1. Okay, and because I want to make a group on the basis of designation, so after that I use group by clause. So start group by okay, group by designation, and then at last semicolon to terminate the statement, and press enter. You can easily see the output. Now that is the output, and that is the main use of the group by clause. So I just make a group on the basis of designation. So basically there are 4 groups: a group related to accountant, clerk, manager or salesman. These are the only 4 designations that are present in the table customer 1. So all these are shown on screen because I just select designation as a column with select statement. Okay, and average salary of regarding to the all designation will also be there, because with select statement I just write select designation and average salary. And since I use group by clause, and with group by clause I just use designation, so a group regarding to different designation will be shown on a screen. Now I think the concept of group by clause is clear to all of you. Okay, now if there is certain condition regarding to that table, then you can also apply with it where clause. Let us check it. Suppose that is our command, and where clause must be used before group by clause. Okay, that is another main point. So let us write this command, and again, and insert a condition, and if there is a condition exists, then just write it before group by clause. It is very important point. Where clause, you can, if there is a condition, you can write this condition using where clause before group by clause. Suppose I just take a condition where id is less than 6. So what happens after the execution of that command, that again group will be made, but only for that rows where id is less than 6. Okay, let us see it. Now you can easily see that accountant designation is not the part of the output, because you can easily see that in the main table customer Sapna is an accountant basically and have id 6. So the records related to the Sapna will not the part of that table. Okay, now if there is a condition with group by clause, then we can use the condition using having clause. So that is there is a basic difference between where clause and having clause. Okay, if condition is related to group, that condition should be specified with having clause. Okay, or the condition related to aggregated function must be specified with having clause. So let us take a condition. Suppose I just want to know the details of all those customer who have average salary less than, suppose greater than who have salary greater than average salary greater than 12,600. Okay, now this is a very important point. Now the condition apply on group, and group is formed on the basis of designation. So always remember that if there is a condition on the group or the condition is related to aggregate function, that must be used with having clause, and having clause is used just after the group by clause, first thing. And if there is a general condition regarding to a table, that means it is not related to the aggregate function, that condition should be specified with where clause, and where clause is just used before the group by clause. That is the basic difference between the where clause and having clause. So I just write having average salary is greater than 12,600. Let us see the answer. Now data regarding to the clerk is not a part of this table, because you can easily see that average salary of a clerk is 12,500. Okay, now last thing regarding to group by clause, if there is if we want to put the data in ascending or descending order, then we can use order by clause, and order by clause is used at last. It means just after the having clause. If condition is there, then we use having clause, and if there is no condition related to group, then we cannot use having clause, and we use order by clause just after the group by clause. Okay, so here if I want to put the data in ascending order or descending order, we can use order by clause. So I use just order by, and suppose I want to arrange the data according to designation in descending order, so I just put order by designation and designator, and to descending order I just write DESC. Now that is the output. Okay, so you can easily see that data of salesman comes first, and then after data of sales manager comes just after that. So you can easily see here. Now that is the most important and important query. Uh, in this query, basically there is a condition related to a table, and we make a group on the basis of designation. There is a certain condition on a group, and we want to arrange the data according to designation. So that is a basic method to use the group by clause. It means first of all we use select statement, and with select statement we must use an aggregate function or the column. On the behalf of that we want to put we want to make a group, Just after that, from customer, and if there is a certain condition on that table, then we can use where clause, and then after we use group by clause. And then if there is a condition on the group regarding to a group or regarding to a aggregate function, then we can use having clause. And if we want to put the data in ascending order, ascending or descending order, then at last we use order by clause. Okay, now I think it is clear to all of you. So that is the most important command. Now let us talk about another important command, alter table command. So I just use alter table, and then using alter table command we are able to add a column or delete a column or modify the existing column. Okay, so first of all, let us try to add a column into that table customer 1. So let us see the data first. Select star from customer 1. That is our main data. And if I want to add a column, then I just use alter table command. So just write alter table, alter table, and then name of the table, that is customer 1. And then if I want to add any column, suppose email ID, email and email ID, I just add 2 columns, email and email ID. Then you can easily see here that 6 rows are updated. I just add 2 columns, email ID and email, on this table. Let us check it, they are added or not. Now you can easily see that email ID and email are there. Okay, and if you want to delete a column, then for that purpose you must use drop column command. With drop column you have to mention only the column name. Data type and size is not required. If you just want to do it, then it will give you an error just like that. Okay, so just write drop column and then give the column name. So alter table, let us see the table first. And if you want to drop a particular column, then you can easily see that alter table customer drop column. Okay, with drop column you need not to mention the data type, just write the name of the column only. So drop column email, email column will be deleted. Again you can check it using select star from customer 1, and you can easily see here that email ID is a part of the table, but email is not part of the table because email is already deleted. Okay, now if you want to modify a particular column, then for that purpose just write keyword modify in alter table command, and you can change the data type as well as size of that particular column. So I just write varchar, sorry, let us say char, because already varchar is there. So I just write char 100. Now data type will be of character type. Okay, actually email is not exist, email ID's column name is there. So I just write email ID. Email is already deleted, so alter table, modify column email ID char 100. Now let us check using describe command. So describe customer, you can easily see that the data type of email ID is character and size is 100. Okay, and if you want to change the size, then it is also possible using modify column. So you can easily see that. But one thing should be remember that if there is a data, already there is a data, then you are not able to change the size or reduce the size of that particular column if data is already exist and that data have some size. And if you suppose data has a size of 50 character, and if you want to reduce it up to 40 character, then it will give you an error. So most of the time what happens that if you want to modify a particular column size, then we always increase the size of the column. So don't try to reduce the size of the column data type, always try to increase the size. Okay, so that is all about our today's lecture. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching this video.